I've been itching to do another 100 days video for quite some time, and I finally found just the right mod pack to do it. We're going to be playing FTB Inferno Modpack, and I'm going to have that link in the description down below. I'm going to be lightly role-playing this as Edwin, our master mage, and if you haven't kept up with the story up till now, I'm going to catch you up in today's video. Don't even worry about it. This is a great starting place to get into the Fixxiverse. I'm going to be doing 50 in-game days in the Nether. Since you can't sleep, that would equate to about 100 days with aggressive sleeping, which I do when I'm recording these 100 days videos. I think that works, right? No more time to chit-chat. The Nether is a dangerous place. Let's get started. I'm awake. Alive, I think. What happened? I can't remember. I'm alive. I was banished by the council. No, wait, that was long ago. I was... What? This is so confusing. Where am I? I am so tired. Whoa, now I'm in a different place. This is weird and much less peaceful. Yikes. I can't remember where I got here at all. I'm so groggy. The only thing I have is this book. I don't even know who wrote it, but, well, let's see what it says. It only took me a few seconds of reading to realize that this book was written to someone who is not me. Someone did a ritual to get here, maybe create this place. I don't know, but I don't think that was me. I don't remember it at least, but by opening the tome, I was given a Totem of Undying, which is absolutely huge. This place seems very dangerous, and I cannot express how happy I am to have that. I got some golden apples and decided to heat them up by the campfire. Unfortunately, instead of the warm golden apples, they turned into something called a shroom of illumination. Okay, not what I expected, but that's a good thing. It's going to give me something to light up the area around me. Upon waking up, my first impressions were bleak. Aside from this peculiar structure, I'm surrounded by nothing but impenetrable bedrock with deposits of blackstone and flint. Though the blackstone is too tough for my bare hands, I can shatter the flint deposits easily. It may seem as if my friend doesn't hold a grudge, at least, and has allowed me some parting gifts. These will certainly be some use. So I took a stroll around the bedrock here, and I found some flint, which I can actually just beat down, which gives me flint. I wonder if I can possibly make some tools with this. It seems logical, and it actually seems like the only alternative I have. Yes, indeed. With just combining a few flints, I can actually make a flint pickaxe, which is absolutely tremendous. Using this, I can break some blackstone and possibly use that to make even other tools. Another quest. I need to be careful. The Nether is not a safe place at the best of times. Being here naked and unarmed as I am would be dangerous even in vanilla. What? The bedrock roof is the closest thing I have to safety. I must be extremely careful, surgical even, when digging down below the surface. By using my blackstone that I just got and a flint, I can actually make flint and steel, which should allow me to light fires. I'm not really sure what I need a fire for at this time, but it seems like that's going to be a helpful thing for down the road. Yeah, I lit a fire, and as expected, it's just a fire. I started throwing items in to see if anything happened, but it just burnt them to a crisp. Huh. Yeah, it's not a great start. Did I fall asleep? Or maybe, perhaps I'm sleeping now. This place is so confusing. I was in a dark, terrible place, but what does that make this? Is this place peaceful? I did what I always do on each planet I visit, start living there, creating a life, but do I have to do it yet again? I'm so tired. The council was real, I do remember that. They banished me. For what? Expanding my power? Then I was with who? I can't remember still. I must have drifted off while waiting for an apple to cook on the campfire. I remember the council now. They banished me. My memories are coming back slowly, but I feel in time I'll remember everything. It seems I can set Demon's Dream Fruit on the ground and then light it on fire to imbue the flame with occultic energies. I wonder what would happen if I threw something else in. So if I just followed the guidebook a little bit more, everything works fine. I was trying to throw it in the fire instead of put the fire on the fruit. Okay, cool. The next thing I need is soul sand, and I had to tunnel down quite low in the nether to get any. Luckily I have the flint pickaxe and some repair kits, but it took a while. With that soul sand and 3 of the mushrooms I found in the starting structure area, I was able to make mycelium. I'm not sure why I want it, but the book told me to make it, and I'm following that for now. Combining soul sand with mushrooms has resulted in mycelium, yes. It seems like mushrooms can grow on mycelium even during the day, or what passes for it here. Okay, so maybe renewable mushrooms. Mushrooms may be my only source of food here. I don't know what else passes for it up on the nether roof, but yeah, okay. I need to make sure I conserve what I have. I also learned that by using mushrooms, I may actually be able to convert them into a warped variety of mushroom, which means I can actually maybe make nether wood. I just need something to plant it on. After harvesting some of these strange blue nether warp trees, I was actually able to get enough wood that I could make a chest to start storing my items. My inventory is a mess, and I have a lot more items that are probably incoming. Bob. My friend. His name was Bob. At first we couldn't understand each other at all, but in time he became my student and quite powerful in the magic I taught him. Then, what happened? I feel like it's right on the edge of my memory, but not. Oh! He betrayed me. He sided with the council that imprisoned me. I was stuck in that cell for many years. Council. They knew they couldn't kill me, so they tucked me into a pocket dimension where time crept by, days for a single second in the outside world. The madness. No, I didn't give in to madness. It was something else entirely. Rage. I opened my eyes, remembering how angry I was, being stuck in that prison, feeling betrayed. If I wanted to get my revenge, I knew that I needed to survive in this place until I can figure out a way out. First, I need to compost all of the organic things I have to make dirt so that I can eat. By using some wooden hoppers, I was able to automate my production of bone meal, which then just allows me to actually make more warped wood and continue that cycle. And with blackstone, I could make a furnace, and with a furnace, I could actually start to make charcoal and get power. This is going to begin making a sustainable life for me in this place. By utilizing this spirit fire and cooking bone meal, I can throw this dust in and actually make sand. With sand, then, I can actually make glass, which allows me to make more machines and even maybe, possibly a place to live. I've been waiting for some time to get more mushrooms to grow. I thought they would just sort of naturally double, and that didn't happen. I accidentally clicked the mycelium with bone meal, though, and yeah, tons of mushrooms. So that actually is going to work. I can have as many mushrooms now as I need. Infinite mushroom stew. I'm not going to starve now for sure. But I learned a new thing I can do with mushrooms. By using this cutting board I made, I can chop them with a knife and actually get something back called straw. This can actually be used to make a lot of things that are going to be very helpful in my endeavor to make a life for me here. I turned that straw into string and made a fishing pole because the book told me something I did not believe until I saw it. The book said I can fish in the nether, and sure enough, it's very slow and it's very painful, but I can actually fish in the nether, right in lava. Okay, this is weird, but it works. I was fishing for a very, very long time until a portal opened and skeletons spawned everywhere. Something noticed I was here and did not like it. Yeah, I have no armor, I have no weapons, I am out of here. Another real concern of mine might be piglin. If piglins see me not wearing gold, I am in big trouble. Luckily, the book has provided for that. If you made a golden chestplate, the book would gift you a helmet and boots and legs. So I am fully outfitted in golden armor. There is a warning, however, saying it is extremely fragile, so I don't think it's going to have much durability, but for at least right now, I should be okay. I decided to take the long journey down my staircase and find a piglin to do some trading with. Hopefully I can get some materials that I am not able to get any other way. The rage was so extreme. It was all-consuming for decades. My power grew and grew until... Wait, what was it? What happened? I was pulled out of there somehow. No, not somehow. It was someone who saved me. Yes, I remember now. When I was teleported out of the prison, I was brought to a garden, a tranquil place that was made for me by my former student, Bob. He left me a book. It took me years to read it. The rage I felt for him burned so hot. Then, one morning, I finally did sit and read his journal. It began my healing. He did betray me, yes, but he was tricked by the council as I was. They promised to save all of our students of the arcane if he would trap me for them. They tricked both of us, really. I could hardly blame him more than I could blame myself. It was shocking this time after my vision from the void. Vision? Nightmare? Dream? Memory? I don't know. I can't explain where I keep going, but my memories are coming back, and this one left me feeling more peaceful than I have in quite some time. I traded with the piglin for as much gold as I had, and I got a lot of things that are going to be useful for my time here. By far the best thing I got from the piglin, though, were these iron round plates, and with them I can use them to make shears, which is absolutely tremendous. I was down doing some more fishing, and this guy crept up on me, and he hits like a truck. Almost knocked me in the lava. Thank goodness it didn't, so I just pillared up very quickly and was able to take him out very slowly with my stone axe. It took a while, but I got him. After I killed him, no more than a minute later, this guy attacked me, this foxhound, and he was terrifying. I am quite sure that he would have killed me if I weren't able to pillar up fast and get out of reach. I need something to attack these, at least a sword. Trying to make a sword, I decided to go Tinker's Construct. I made some of those when I was living in the cave underground, and none of the patterns that I knew seemed to work here. Maybe things in this dimension are different, or I don't know. Going back to the book, I read, "This world taxes the living to the point of breaking. There is no rest to be had here, and wounds refuse to heal. Natural healing is much slower, but the living can find respite in the warmth of a campfire." Huh. It seems fishing in lava works somewhat similarly to fishing in water. Cast the hook, wait for the bite, and reel it in. I have been fishing quite a bit, and I've gotten some things, but nothing incredibly great. However, the book did show me many, many treasures that are possible to come from fishing in lava, so I decided to spend several days doing that. It was a little bit dangerous. I fell in lava more than once, but I managed to live through it. While fishing, out of nowhere, a baby hoglin attacked me. I got lucky. If this were an adult hoglin, I would be dead and my time here would be over. Luckily, I was able to kill this one as it couldn't actually do any damage to me. Seriously, I need a better way to attack. Another thing the book mentioned is that I can get different treasure and different food and things from different lava in different biomes. So I made some tunnels and found another place there's a Soul Sand Valley to fish in. It went pretty well until this. Yeah, see that thing? I got very lucky again that it couldn't attack me, but I got the heck out of there. I want nothing to do with whatever that flying creature is. I stayed in that floating garden for centuries, almost balancing out the time I spent in the council's tiny prison. My rage slowly drained away. I found tending Bob's flowers to be refreshing, and I think one day I actually caught myself smiling. I would have stayed in that place forever, except I had a visitor. A man named... what was it? It's so foggy still. I'm bouncing back and forth between dreaming and waking, though I'll admit I'm not sure which reality is which. What was his name? James. His name was James, and he came because he needed me. The next thing the book told me was to get some crimson fungus, so I made a little path around there, and I need to be very cautious because hoglins could be around any corner. But while I was searching for crimson fungus, I found the exact thing I needed. These things, these propel plants. They are very scary. If you get close, they will blow up. But I need to harvest them, and I can do that with my new shears. I returned up to the top to get my shears and noticed that my hoglins were gone. That's a real problem. I was planning on breeding them up and using them as my leather source. Now I got nothing. However, while I was digging around through my chest looking for shears, I found this thing. This was from a quest reward, and I don't know what it is. it says it will create something if you just throw it on the ground. So, well, I threw it on the ground and it created something. I don't know what or why, but I have that thing now. Had I been paying a little bit better attention to the book, I would have known to do this sooner. I can make something called a summoning altar. By using my new glass and my sand and those crystals that spawn, now I can make this altar, and with this altar I can actually bring animals up to me. I actually needed to find a zombie piglin, like the regular kind, so that I can kill a bunch of them and get rotten flesh. Rotten flesh can turn into leather, and now that my hoglins are gone, I have no other means. However, on the way there, I found this guy, and I started making some gold trades. Guess what he traded me? Leather. That's right. But it actually gets even better than that. Not only did I get leather, but I got 2 hoglin eggs, which means I can restart my hoglin farm up top. Hooray for that. I am starting to get nervous about food, though. I'm getting very, very hungry, so I headed up top, but I don't think I have anything to eat. It may be nothing but mushroom stew for a little while. Another quest reward I got was name tags, and they're already named, thankfully. So I put in a couple hoglins, and then I name tagged them. Now they hopefully won't go away, and I should be able to breed them. As long as I don't kill these 2, I should have a never-ending hoglin farm. By finishing off so many of these quests, I'm getting some very cool rewards. One of them is a fire warning. Yeah, I'm in the nether. There's fire everywhere. The next thing I need, and I think it might be pretty dangerous, is I need magma slime. So I found a basalt delta, and I just need to bridge across lava to get there. I'm very, very much hoping mobs don't spawn and knock me in the lava. I carved out a little platform in a basalt delta, and I waited for a very long time. I mean, I'm talking a very long time for a magma spawn, and nothing. I got nothing at all, so I gotta figure out a different way. The last man who needed my help turned on me and cost me 5,000 years. But yet, James was so sincere. He was from a ship. He described it as a spaceship, though at that time I could hardly imagine a ship flying from one planet to another. He needed my help to save his crew. They were in the crosshairs of, what was it? An armada of some sort sent to destroy them all. In explaining the planet he came from, what did he call it? Tovalin. Yes, Tovalin. He mentioned a council who sent him. Though much of my rage had passed, the mention of them and finding their home planet, the dark part of me that still resided in my soul, saw an opening. I remember my plan now. Oh, it was ingenious. I was just standing there breeding my hoglins, smiling like a butcher's dog as I remembered getting my sweet, sweet revenge. Again, had I read the book a little bit more closely, I would have realized that I could shear off these propel plants, get them, and then use them in my spirit fire to actually make magma creams. That would have been a lot easier than spending days standing by the edge of the lava waiting for magma creams to spawn. Either way, it worked. I learned how to make seared brick, though. By using soul sand and gravel and my new magma creams, I'm able to make something called nether grout. This is going to be able to get me a smeltery just like I had back in the cave. Now we're getting into some familiar stuff that I know actually how to do. The smeltery was the first step to civilization. The scorched bricks are my first step to that. I can convert the magma creams from propel pearls. There is plenty of soul sand around, and I'm pretty sure I've seen quite a lot of gravel near the edges of the lava lakes. Thank goodness I actually read a quest for once. I'm going to need 2 batches of seared brick, one just to get started and then one more to get a whole ton of it. So this is how you make it. First I use that grout, I smelt it, and then I throw it all in the spirit fire and I get the actual bricks, which is going to let me make the actual smeltery. The way it starts is just with these 2 simple blocks. If I put them in the right order, meaning I put the actual melter up on top of the lava tank, everything is going to work, and I can actually start to melt 3 items at a time. From going from nothing to 3, that's pretty good. The next thing is I need a cast. I need an actual ingot cast, and to do that I have to smelt up gold. Unfortunately, my smeltery is full, so I'm not sure what to do now. So I went over and I made a seared basin, and I can put that in and actually empty out a whole block at a time. Finally, then I could put down my basin and I could actually make a full block of iron. This is a big, big moment. I went from having stone tools for a long time to actually having the ability to make iron tools. However, maybe even better than iron tools is a bucket. With a bucket, I can actually move lava around and put it where I need it. This is actually huge. Now, I don't always want to be making full blocks of everything, so with that gold, I could actually make an ingot cast, and now from now on, I could just make single ingots of whatever metal I need. However, the book told me something else. With my iron ingots, I can actually make a better kind of composter. And this kind of composter, instead of taking organic stuff to make bone, this one will actually take organic stuff and make dirt. Fortunately, I am in a terrific place to get organic stuff. With these warped trees, each one of these makes a ton of warp blocks. So I have a ton of stuff that I can now compost into either bone meal or now dirt. I haven't had dirt yet, and I am very excited to actually start a farm. I went ahead and put down 4 of these new composters, and these are going to make a ton of dirt at a time. That is actually huge. That's so big. Food is not going to be an issue anymore. I promised James that I would help him. Bob had learned to spell something amazing to save me from the council's prison, and I thought perhaps I could use that to save James's crew. It was an exchange spell, quite powerful indeed. I agreed to take James with me into the void. In this place, in the void, I had my full power. I opened a portal to the council to hear their request. They thought I might destroy the alien armada before it attacked them on Tovlin, but I had no intention of doing that. I watched with satisfaction as they, my former captors, realized I was going to simply float there and watch them die. However, I am not without heart. Bob showed me that in the end. I spent a ton of time harvesting more trees, getting more wood, because I need something called wood shavings, and I think I get that from stripping the wood, but as of yet, I've not gotten any. I was not paying attention. It works on the cutting board. Again, I need to read better. It was right there. I just put it on the cutting board and then used my axe on it. And finally, my composting finished, and now I have dirt. Oh, what a moment this was. Wait, that's not dirt. Okay, it turns out that I can combine those 4 little things into a single dirt, so I got a couple, not as many as what I had hoped for. The next step is I need to expand my smeltery, and to do that, I gotta melt down a little bit of copper. I got the copper from trading with the piglin, and after making a smeltery controller, I was able to make a full 1-level smeltery. Now I am in great shape. The disorganized, vein-like appearance of the wood here is the opposite of appealing. I can scrape tree bark off with an axe, and is the added benefit that can be made into paper. I can also use a cutting board instead. I've made a rudimentary contraption to do the work for me and stored it in this capsule. Huh, another capsule. Well, that's cool. I threw the capsule down and it made this machine. I'm just gonna flick the lever and see what happens. Oh, that's cool. That's super cool. Wow, that's amazing. But now that I have a working smeltery, I can actually make my first alloy, and that's gonna be rose gold. I just used 4 copper ingots and 4 gold ingots, and I'm able to make 8 rose gold ingots, which is just what I need. As a reward for doing that, look at what the book gave me. A freaking rose bush. That is absolutely amazing. So cool. I put down this new composted dirt that I got, and yeah, I still can't plant it. I can't hoe it and can't plant anything on it, so I don't know what you do with this. I've done it. I've created a gem that absorbs the darkness of this place. This will be the basis for great many magics here. I imagine I can enhance these further, but that will require experimentation. Huh. Well, now that's interesting. Bob had lovingly prepared me a place to recover from my exile, and that act, eventually, healed my heart. I couldn't stand by and watch this captain's entire crew die in my act of revenge. I agreed to help him. I cast Bob's exchange spell, but multiplied it hundreds of times in power to send each crew member of the ship off to a habitable world somewhere in the universe. The spell worked, but as a byproduct, it sent the 3 of us, James, myself, and another man named Fred, far out into the void. I was completely drained and unable to stop us. I was able to make a new crafting machine called a mixing cauldron, and with that, many new crafting recipes opened up. I just don't exactly know how to power it yet. Okay, it requires lava, and luckily I got a tank from a quest reward, so I put the lava next to it, and I used my bucket, and I just kind of poured the bucket into it, and with that, I was able to actually make a crafting recipe. You see it all gelling together, and with that, I get a dark evil gem. That's the thing that the book said is going to open up a whole bunch of more recipes. That's cool. These infernal lands are plagued by lost spirits that roam endlessly. If they were given any direction, perhaps they could find meaning in this existence and prove valuable allies. Place the supply camp and this will create a chest containing everything you need to get started. The camp chest will materialize into the world, replacing any blocks that are already there. This includes bedrock. Oh, now that is very interesting. I threw that red thing down on the ground and look at what happened. Some sort of structure came here. Now it said remove the deep slate and put down this other thing here. I have no idea what I'm doing here. This is absolutely brand new to me. I literally have no idea what I'm doing. It must have worked, however, because only a few moments later, this person, Maximilian, just showed up. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do next. I built this supply camp thing, and now I don't know. Though the town hall is the most obvious centerpiece, I actually find the warehouse is best located at the center of my colony. The town hall is where I can manage my minions, putting them to task. The clipboard allows me constant oversight of their meanderings. This allows me to keep them focused and provide them materials as needed. What are we even doing here? Seriously, what are we even doing? I have to tell you, I have no idea what I'm doing here. This is absolutely brand new to me. I put down this machine and Maximilian walks over here and says, hey, I need a pickaxe. So I guess I'm gonna have to go build them a pickaxe. To make this special kind of pickaxe, I need to use a smithing table and use a wooden pickaxe with then a warped fungus next to it, and that will give it a very slow but incredibly high durability, I guess. However, it wasn't all bad news and frustration because I discovered on my way back that some of this fertilized dirt had actually turned into plantable dirt, which is amazing. So now by using my twerk, I can actually make the seeds grow very quickly and I can finally eat some actual food and I don't have to constantly be worried about starving. This is a game changer for me totally. I gave Maximilian what he needed, and I don't know what really I'm supposed to do next. I just put it in their inventory and hope that's right. I guess, I don't know. But the coolest thing I discovered by far is that I now have the ability to move bedrock, to actually mine bedrock. By using my builder's tool, I can just click it and it goes away and gives me cobbled blackstone instead. Okay, look, this is huge. This is huge. The ability to move bedrock and make sort of people be able to live here in some sort of reasonable town colony situation, that's really big. That's a really big difference maker for me. We landed, or Fred described it as crash landed, on a planet with wild weather fluctuations. How far we traveled in the void was impossible to tell. Even as we landed, the speeds we moved, millions of years had passed in the universe while we traveled through the void. I had a tiny fraction of my former power in that place. It was humbling. I watched as James and Fred took setting up amazing machines to carve out a place for us to live in the snow and ice, and yet I could do next to nothing for a time. I found a book, a very ancient tome detailing much history of our new snowbound planet. It was once a paradise until the AI Armada came and laid waste. The AI named Cal created this Arctic wasteland we currently lived in. I conjured the smallest of wormholes in space-time to create a message to find someone named in the book. His name was Steve Tepic. I decided it's finally time, now that I can get rid of this bedrock, to get rid of all the magma blocks in my sort of main structure. I am very tired of burning my feet. It was only a few moments later that a hoglin came out of nowhere. I ran for my life and pillared up 3 blocks high enough, just high enough that he couldn't get to me. This was incredibly close. I had no armor on at all. He could have owned me. There is a charm in the book that if I slaughter the hoglins, if I get 8 hoglin meats, then I will get this charm that will allow hoglins to not notice me. I think it's time. So I took my sword in and I went to town very carefully and very scared, but I did. I slaughtered all the hoglins. However, though, my lack of reading did me in again. I killed them with the sword, and the book very clearly said kill them with a knife if you want the right kind of meat. I didn't, and so I didn't get the charm, so I have to rebreed my 2 name-tagged hoglins and start over. While I was looking at my new colonists, I guess, my new village, the houses, I discovered this. There apparently are biomes on the nether roof, which might end up being really, really cool. So I brought this plant back and tried to get a sapling, thought, hey, maybe I can grow this tree as well. That'd be kind of nice to have a different kind of wood. Upon happening back to my village, though, I noticed I have a couple more houses that I set up, and they seem to be maybe being built, but also maybe they're just destroying it. I don't know what I'm doing here. I spent so much time watching these guys and messing with them, I cannot even explain to you. Like, hours and hours and hours of trying to mess around with this to get them to do the thing that I wanted them to do. Out of nowhere, another piglin showed up. I ran away really, really fast, as far as I could, made armor so I could talk to him, and I did a whole bunch of trading. This was really good, but I think I want to keep this guy, so I have a name tag sitting around. I'm going to go name tag him. My guard armor won't last very long. This stuff is very brittle, so I name tagged him and put him in a little box so he won't shoot me every time I walk by. I am not really a fan of what we're doing here, but I got a couple more eggs from trading, so I'm going to go ahead and dump them in here very, very carefully. This warp mushroom, it kind of keeps away, but also kind of not. Like, they don't seem as scared as I wish they were. With an oak sapling that I got from a quest reward, I'm able to actually start harvesting oak wood, which is actually a lot faster and easier because the leaves will naturally despawn versus the warped tree variant. But speaking of quest rewards, I actually got this awesome little timer which can automate my smeltery, so I can just dump in all of the new iron that I'm getting from the piglin and let it go. My message back through time was inaccurate. It went much further back in time than expected, and much of my power was so fading. We didn't learn until much later that the message was received by a telepath named Ivan Dragoth. He eventually founded the group called the Fist of the Dragon. They stayed vigilant, searching for Steve Tepic for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years until he finally appeared. This man was actually one of James's crew and perhaps a key to saving the future. Oh my goodness, I'm such an idiot. I had completely forgotten about Vein Miner. Oh, I can't even express how much time I have spent doing these individually whenever I could have been... Oh, that's painful. It's painful to realize now, this late in the game, that I forgot. Oh my. I went over to check on my guys, and Maximilian, my quote-unquote helper, has actually torn down the entire trading hall area that I made. I made this thing, warehouse thing, whatever it is. He tore it down. He just took it down. I don't know. I made a house module, and I got a new house, and now I'm supposed to put these in, but if I use the build tool, then I put it there, and then I gotta, like, request build options, and I request build building, and then some builder will cut. This is so confusing. It's making my head spin just describing what happened, let alone when I actually did it for the first time. Oh, wow, what a pain. A lot of time passed, and I built more houses now, and my next one is going to be a tavern because the book tells me my people need a place to just hang out, and I guess there's more beds so I can house more villagers and attract more helpers. I guess. I'm starting to very slowly get the hang of this, but boy, the learning curve is just so steep. So after I make the house, then I go to build options and I say build the building, and then that should bring a builder over as long as I have a free builder who's not currently building something else. And I need builder huts to actually get more builders. So I may actually have to improve my builders huts next, maybe? I don't know. Now they complain they're too afraid to work. Will these demands ever cease? Yeah, seriously. I better put some guard towers and assign a few of them to protect the area. There's also expand my borders placed near them. You will need many guard towers as your colony grows. Guards live in their towers, freeing up houses for new residents. Man, I mean, now I need guard towers. Okay. As I'm harvesting more hemp, some more time has passed and I built the guard towers. However, now that I have a finally guard in there, they're saying, hey, we need traveler's gear to protect ourselves. Traveler's gear requires cows, and to make cows, I have to use my summoning altar here with a bunch of stuff. Now, luckily, now I actually have wheat, which was sort of my hang-up before. So, okay, so I'm going to try to figure this out, and then hopefully I'll get some cows. I had to reread the recipe, not once, not twice, but 3 times to finally get it right, and I got a couple cows. This is great. Now I can fence them in and breed them, and I should be good to start harvesting leather. Finally, I used my knife on all of my surplus of hoglins, and I got the hoglin tribe that I so desired. This makes me invisible to hoglins and should extend my life expectancy here in the nether. This traveler stuff is so expensive. For first, I have to make the leather gear, which in itself is not bad, but this stuff that I have to add to it to make it officially traveler's gear is super costly and costs hoglin stuff, and I don't even have enough. I'm gonna have to rebreed my hoglins. So while I'm waiting for more cows to breed and more hoglins to breed, I'm actually going to go in and check out my huts. And I need to make sure I'm constantly on top of my workers, giving them what they need. They are constantly asking for more netherrack or shears or a shovel or whatever, and I'm over it. So a new person appeared, and I want to be able to recruit them, so I got my hay, and it says that there is no room for them. So I need more houses, I guess, I think. Is that what I need? Steve Tepic's people, and perhaps the universe's only chance at salvation from the Armada, was in hiding. They had retreated to a place deep underground, an ancient city. This city, they found a portal and attempted to bring me through to their time. I felt, even at my massively reduced power, I could deal easily enough with the zombie threat that they faced. However, as I began phasing through, something unexpected happened. The power, I should have known, was just too great in the void. As powerful as I was, there was something here, something there, something I was tapping into. It took over my body briefly, but my body, being human, couldn't contain it. It split off and it banished me. It called itself the Oracle. I am trying to get a carrot so I can have something else to eat, and I swear I thought this would work. Oh, yeah, it does work. It's just my offhand totem that was getting in the way. But either way, I got a carrot now. So now I have wheat and a carrot. That's awesome. The reason why I needed a carrot was to make this block, and that's a hospital block, because apparently my people here that I'm officially in charge of, I guess, can get sick. Finally, a few days later, I was able to get enough leather and hoglin drops to actually outfit my other guard, because I have two. I have one on either side of the village. The problem is, unfortunately, my guard tower still isn't built, so I have to wait for my builders to do that. And in the meantime, I decided to craft a university. Apparently, the book says the university is the way to upgrade your entire village up to like a tier 2 village, but unfortunately, that's going to involve summoning mobs and fighting them, and I'm not sure I'm quite in the place to do that yet. As I said before, the learning curve on this is just crushing. It is so difficult to learn this, but now that I kind of have somewhat, I would be more likely to maybe do this again, depending on where life takes me in the future. So maybe, we'll see. They eat so much. My hands tire from constantly feeding these gluttons. Instead, I'll create a restaurant. These poor fools are not chefs. They have to be taught recipes. There's a tab for crafting recipes and another for furnace recipes. Oh boy. A restaurant now? Oh man. Good thing I got carrots, I guess. Yet again, I got sidetracked by trying to fulfill all these requests, but I learned that my clipboard is actually pretty handy. I can fulfill it right from there if I have the stuff that they need on me. I did build the restaurant, but I gotta say, I think I'm about done with this chapter of the book. If I were gonna be here for a long time, then maybe, but I think I might have figured out a way out of here. My storage has hit an all-time worst. I need a storage room just to put my stuff away. I don't even care if automated or anything. I just need a bunch of chests so I can put stuff in them. Even though I said I'm done adding to my colony, I made one more hut, and that was a fishing hut, and look what it spawned. Water. Water in the nether is unheard of. We are in uncharted water right now. Right? This is hard to believe, but I can actually fish in water and get fish, along with other junk and actually enchanted books and everything. This is really opening up some doors for me. Now, if I scoop out a bucket of water, that's not going to work. It won't work in the nether, but I could use bottles, and if I use bottles and put them in my smeltery, I think that I should be able to get a bucket out of it that way. And just like that, it totally worked. I now have a bucket of water. A few more houses have been completed over the last couple days, and we are getting close to, well, the end. By taking one bucket of my lava and putting it near the fishing hut pond, I'm actually able to make a cobblestone generator. Before leaving this place, and yeah, I think I figured out how to leave this place. When my last memory came back with me about the Oracle, I think that's my exit card. If I can summon the Oracle the next time I go into that void realm, I think I can get out of here. But the thing is, before I go, I'm not sure if this is real, or if the void is real, or if either of them are real, but if they are, I need to put these people in a place where they can continue to flourish after I go. I was able to make some andesite and some granite, which is the last things I need to be able to upgrade my town hall to a level 2, which I believe my villagers can use to upgrade their own houses in time. With that, I took one last look around. I was starting to feel exhaustion come over my body, and that would lead me to the void, and this would be the last time. I knew I could talk to the Oracle, and I knew I could make him send me where I need to go. I took one last look around, and I closed my eyes. Now what? I'm banished? Or not? I'm in a different place. No, 2 places. It's so confusing here. I need to get out. No, wait, not get out. I need to wake up. The Oracle, he banished me here in my own mind. Oracle! Oracle! I know you can see everything. Show yourself!
You remember now?
I do. It was difficult.
I was confused as well. Getting this form, I'd never been physical before.
You have to release me. I need to go help Dr. Tepic's people.
Be not concerned. I sent the undead away.
Are they saved then?
I'm not sure. I can no longer see them.
When we were joined, I could see everything, every world. Why can you not see these people specifically?
I gave them a choice to save themselves. I would lose the power to see that world.
So, we have no idea if they're saved? You need to wake me up and release me from this place.
You will be mostly powerless in this world, Edwin. Each world has its own rules, and this one has very little magic.
I understand. Do it.
Very well. I do hope you speak again, Edwin.
What's that? Is that this wind? Am I falling? Oh no. No, no! Whoa! Whoa, 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 no! Oh, wow. That really hurt. A lot.
Hey, mister? Mister? Are you okay?
Yes, I seem to be, surprisingly. I need to see Steve Tepic. Where is he?
Yeah, I think you better come with me.